Real estate investing is an incredibly complicated, time-consuming, and expensive endeavor. So it's important that when you're deciding which city that you should invest in, that you pick one that has the highest probability of your investments being profitable. In this video, I'm going to share 3 reasons why I think that Hamilton, Ontario is a great city for real estate investors. Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is LoPresti, and I am a real estate agent here in Hamilton, Ontario. If you liked this video and found some value in it, please remember to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions about real estate investing in general, feel free to either leave a comment or reach out to me. My contact info is down in the description. So the first thing that I want to mention is that Hamilton prices are growing, but they're still relatively cheap when compared to places like Toronto or Mississauga. As Toronto and Mississauga get more and more expensive, people are going to be moving outward to cities nearby, like Hamilton, and it's a way to access the Toronto job market without paying Toronto prices. So that's what we've been seeing over the last few years. A lot of people are buying houses or renting in Hamilton, and they're commuting to Toronto because it's still not too bad. It usually takes about an hour, maybe a tiny bit more in rush hour, but it's not too bad. Because of this, housing prices in Hamilton have been growing steadily over the past decade, but at the moment, they're still relatively affordable. So as of right now, prices have gone down a little bit in Hamilton, but that's mainly due to the interest rate hikes. And like I've said in one of my previous videos, those buyers haven't gone anywhere. They're just waiting. And that's why we've seen such a big surge in rental demand, because people are just renting right now instead of buying. But there is still people that want to live in the city, and rental demand going up is also good for you as a real estate investor, just as a side note. Hamilton's also seeing positive population growth, which again will also drive up prices. So because we have high population growth, which leads to high demand, and we have temporarily low prices and also really high rental demand, there's tons of great opportunities for you as an investor. It's important to remember that real estate is a long-term game. So if you can handle the increased payments from the higher interest rates temporarily, you'll make a lot of money in the long run. The second reason why I think that Hamilton is a great city to invest in is the renovation opportunities. There are a lot of older homes in Hamilton that could use a little bit of TLC. They're pretty good structurally, it's just cosmetically they're a little bit outdated. So some of these houses may be in a little bit of rough shape, but if you're willing to get your hands dirty or hire somebody to get their hands dirty for you, there's a lot of money to be made. This is also why flipping houses is particularly popular in Hamilton. You'll also have less competition with these types of properties because most residential buyers aren't really interested in them, and sometimes, depending on how bad the condition is, it can be harder to get traditional financing. Additionally, you'll have less competition from other investors who don't really want to handle large projects and instead are focusing on turnkey properties. There's also lots of potential for multifamily investing in Hamilton. For example, there's a lot of bungalows up on the mountain that could be easily converted into a duplex just because they have a side entrance, and it would be very easy to do that renovation. A lot of them also have detached garages that could be really easily converted into a garden suite. They also just recently passed some legislation in Ontario that allows up to 3 units to be built on a single residential lot without a zoning bylaw amendment, which is good for you as an investor. Like I said before, you can build more units on one lot, you can get more rental income, and you can increase your profits. This also just allows you to maximize the value of the property in general, right? Like you could put a unit in the basement, construct a garden suite, or even build a second story on top of that if the building is suitable. Now, obviously keep in mind that those will be more expensive renovations, but if you have the capital for it, it could be well worth it. And since Hamilton houses are still relatively cheap compared to Toronto, saving money on the purchase will allow you to have more funds for the renovations and then maximize your equity. Now, the third reason why I think Hamilton is great for investors is that the rent is high. Rental rates have been steadily rising over the years in Hamilton, particularly during the pandemic, and they haven't really gone down since. And even if rates do drop with rentals, they don't usually drop by very much. If they do drop at all, it's usually very, very little. As I've talked about before in some other videos, Hamilton is a great city to live in. So the increased desirability will lead to increased rental demand and will get you top dollar for your rental units. And if you combine these rental rates that are already relatively high with a quality renovation, there's no reason for you to not get top dollar, to not have a bunch of people breaking down your door trying to rent your units. So because of the rental demand, and also if you focus on doing a good quality renovation, you won't really have to worry as much about vacancy. In conclusion, the reason why I think that Hamilton, Ontario is a great city to invest in is because you have low purchase prices with high potential for growth, lots of renovation opportunities, and high rents, allowing you to maximize your profits. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you found some value in this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions or you disagree, you don't think that Hamilton's a good market to invest in, feel free to leave a comment. I'm curious to see what people's thoughts are, or you can reach out to me directly. I have my contact info down in the description. And you can also reach out if you have any questions about Hamilton real estate investing in general. I'll see you next time.